You know, I had the chance the other day to spend some time with my little granddaughter, and she climbed up in my lap. I was trying to watch the football game. You know, it's like a game of hide and seek between me and the TV to get past her little head. She reached up and she grabbed my face and she squeezed it up really close in her face, and she goes, "Poppy! Poppy! Listen with your eyes." I realize we all, every one of us, we have these four very finite natural resources. I mean, they're natural because they kind of happen on their own. They're gifted to us. They're given to us, like iron ore and trees and oxygen and carbon dioxide and all of these things they just naturally occur. We don't have to do anything to make them exist, and that's time. We can't make it. We can't create it. We can't make more of it. We can just make use of what we have. It's our talent, our natural skills and abilities that we're gifted with from birth. Our treasure, which for many people becomes a hiccup all by itself. It's the money. What do you do with it? How much do you have? Where'd you get it? What are you going to spend it on? Where will you invest it? And those questions become a real challenge for some people. But then there's that fourth one, and that's the listen with your eyes. That's attention. Your time, your talent, your treasure, your attention. Those are the four finite natural resources. I want to encourage you to just consider how you spend, invest, utilize, use, waste those four resources. Because I don't care about your age, your education, your income level, how much money you have in the bank, how much money you have in your 401k, how much land you own, how many houses you own, how much gold you have. If you lived in Maui last week, all of those things were in question while you literally ran for your life and jumped off a cliff to save yourself from a fire that you didn't start, and there's nothing you could do to stop. Every day we have choices, and we have to make them. Sometimes on the fly, and sometimes with no outside input, and nobody else's resources will make any difference to the decision that we have to make. It's our choice. Why do I say all this? Look, the stories that you tell are the greatest resource that you have. They're also the greatest weapon that you have. There is no weapon against bad ideas as effective as a story. But many people feel like their story has to be this long, drawn-out something that starts way back when and ends just a minute ago. And they don't realize that that moment in time when my granddaughter grabbed my face and said, "Listen with your eyes, Poppy." They don't realize that that's the kind of story sometimes that stops you cold in your tracks. It took seconds to tell. It's an observation. It's a moment. It's an incident. And it's powerful for bringing about transformation. And that's what I do, is I teach people to tell better stories. Better. To tell their stories better. And to tell better stories than they've been telling. And I do that for one-on-one coaching clients, and I do that in classrooms. And on Thursday of this week, I'm going to do that in a small classroom for free. Right here in Granbury, Texas. Now, if you don't already have a ticket, it's probably too late. The room only holds 24 people, and we had 27 sign up on the interest sheet, and then we had a lot more that actually beat them to the online registration to get the tickets. And last I looked, we had 27 interested and 19 seats already filled, and there's only 5 left. So if you can get to Eventbrite, just type in "Tell Better Stories Better" on Eventbrite and see if you can find it. You can find it on the Facebook profile as well. There's actually an event called "Tell Better Stories Better." If you want to learn to tell better stories better, you can be in the room. But if I get any interest, comments on this post, comments on this, because this is going live on all of my platforms at the same time. If I get comments, if I get emails, if I get direct messages, send me a tweet, send me a comment in the YouTube page, LinkedIn, whatever. If I get enough people who say, "You know what, I would love to watch that live because I'm not coming to Granbury and I don't have a seat yet, but I would love to watch it if you live streamed it," if you'll tell me that, I'll pick a platform where the most comments come from, and I'll make it live there. It will be the only place that it's live, so it may be live on LinkedIn, it might be live on Facebook, it might be live on Rumble, it might be live on YouTube, it might be live on Twitter. It won't be live on all of them, it'll be live on one of them. So wherever the most comments come from, this 90-minute free workshop on how to tell better stories better, it'll be available. If you don't care to hear "Tell Better Stories Better," then don't show up and don't worry about the live. If you do,